All right, the Zizians, is this correct?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a whole thing here.
Are named for a 34-year-old computer engineer, Jack Amadeus LaSota, who goes by the nickname Ziz. LaSota, who is a transgender, goes by female pronouns and created the group of vegan activists called the Zizians.
That's Ian Crossland. Come on. Stop.
It is, Ian.
We've had him on the show. It's Ian.
That's definitely somebody. That's definitely an after picture to some kind of drug. It looks like Duff McKagan.
Some situations happening there.
Wow, that is not a. Okay.
It just looks like a composite of every member of Guns N' Roses, actually.
It does.
Yeah, all into one.
AI, show me that.
Like, what kind of eyebrows? You're like, I don't know.
Just all of them.
None.
Mia Goth eyebrows.
Well, how are the lips? Look, I can't draw lips.
Let's put a line.
How was his hair? Is it like Farrah Fawcett? No, I'm going to give him Ferret Fawcett hair.
Ferret Fawcett.
It's just like a little handsome carrot top.
Yes, he's handsome carrot top.
Oh, yeah, Sean Whitish.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And everybody in this group are vegan and trans. What's the difference, right? So the group, which began on the West Coast, was launched into the national spotlight after the killing of U.S. Border Patrol agent David Chris Milland in Vermont on January 20th by a person calling themselves Youngblood. Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Youngblood? Wouldn't you go Youngblood?
They're trying to mix it up.
I believe it's a last name. It's a German.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought they were just
okay,
trying
that was
to
a
be cool.
nickname.
Yeah, like, yo, what's up, Youngblood?
Yeah, I'd be like, what's up, Youngblood?
They just go by their last name.
What's up, Blood?
Because they are also trans.
I'm Blood.
Right, Youngblood. Youngblood. Associations with other individuals suspected of violent acts also warrants a caution, federal prosecutors said in court records. They also said the guns used in the shootout are connected to a person of interest in a double homicide in Pennsylvania, which is part of a web of violence allegedly tied to the Zizians. This is nuts. Law enforcement officials are investigating 6 deaths linked to associates of LaSota. The San Francisco Chronicle has told us. The group exhibits cult behavior. Oh, no kidding. The thing that I noticed about the Zizians cult is that it hits all the major points that will set somebody up to be involved in it. You've got transgender human beings, all right? You're dealing with sexuality, you're dealing with sexual identity, and you're dealing with sex. Anytime you do all those things, you've already got someone, as they say, by the tight and curlies, he said. So sex?
Yeah.
We could have just whittled that down.
Is that a technical term? Titan curlies?
Wow. The second thing is they were on a restrictive diet. Well, clearly they're.
I heard that whole paragraph in like a Chicago accent too.
Yeah.
Like JJ Bittenbinder, the guy who did those Street Smarts videos. The thing I noticed about these Zizians is they got short and curlies.
Yeah, they got. To really assume they have pubic hair is way out of the detective field anyway. But he's like, anytime you're dealing with transsexuality or goofball fucking, chances are it's a cult of murderers. So, the second thing is they were on a restrictive diet, as we said.
Yep.
In this case, they were vegan. He's like, and they were vegan.
They don't eat meat.
Yeah.
Or dairy of any kind.
No.
They'd be too tired to murder people.
Yeah, how do you even get through it? That's why you look
weak.
like... See that face? That's what happens when you don't eat right. So I'm pointing at me. So when you start to mix in the sexual aspect with a restrictive diet, now what you're doing is behavior control.
And apparently Ziz has been
This is my marriage?
forcing members to become trans.
Okay.
Yes, you all have to be you have to be trans, you have to be vegan, and we also murder people.
So
so far to the left that it goes back around.
You're not okay with murdering people. You're problematic and you got to go. All right. And we might have to.
Plus, I mean, there's precedent for this. There were castrations at Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They tried it, and then it was like, oh, God, we went too far.
They didn't force them, though.
No,
they gave
did
them the
not.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a social pressure.
They all had
that
to
you
wear
would
the
miss.
same thing,
Yeah.
and they all had to like their last meal of all. It's so funny because you watch the documentary. They are such nerds. They're
yeah.
such boring nerds.
And
Their
Marshall,
last meal was at a Marie Callender's restaurant, and they had hot pie and blueberry cobbler with iced tea.
Everybody the same meal.
Yes, all
Same
the same
meal.
meal. But then you watch.
We get to the stars, guys.
You watch their exit video, and it's very
comes
clear
Haley's
some are not.
Yeah.
Into it.
Yeah, some do not want to kill themselves.
well, no, when Marshall
The sneakers are
Applewhite
tight,
couldn't
though.
have had less charisma. It's just
Yeah,
a
like-
guy with bug eyes who's like, now we'll cut our penises off
Now
and
we'll cut
fly
our
on the
penis."
spaceship comet. And a couple people were like, you know what? I'm still full from the cobbler.
Well, you guys can run the website down here. And they did.
Still going.
Fred Armisen played him. Speaking of SNL, on that, they covered it on SNL, and it was so funny.
Oh, they had one when it happened with Will Ferrell, and that it was all of them in the spaceship.
Yeah.
They were like, we did it. They were like way off on the castration thing.
My favorite was the one.
They're like nudging them.
The best one they did was the one where it's just the bodies coming out, the news footage with the Nikes, and you hear the Beatles song "Revolution." Say you want a revolution, and then at the end, it's just Keds, worn by level-headed Christians.
Oh man.
Well, they did that one after on SNL too, where it was like the Fun Bunch,
Oh no, that's the Happy Smile Patrol. That's one of my
Happy
all-time
Smile
favorites.
Patrol. Have you ever seen that one? That's where they're.
It's a children's show. Yeah, Teddy tickles, Henry hugs, Mary, and then it's like Sherry O'Terry's got like a flower
Yes.
on her head, and it keeps getting interrupted by the news. Like the TV star William Morris, also known as TV's Teddy Tickles, was found dead today in his laundry room with an electrical cord in his neck, surrounded by crude drawings of
Drawings.
naked men.
Yeah.
It comes back to him, and it interrupts. It's like apparent update in the apparent autoerotic suicide of Teddy Tickles.
Yeah, and then it just cuts back and they're all singing.
It's some brilliant sketch.
What happened to that?
Oh man, it's another weird one that is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. Yeah, this is nuts though. I mean, I shouldn't say it's nuts, but it is odd how, because I mean, with the nuts they have to remove them. Get it? Get it? Thank you, everybody.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take that, trans
News?
forced cult people.
And ponder big balls.
Yeah.